Greetings traders out there in Traderland. My name is D7 here at Grok Trade. Kicking off the week here, Monday, April 30th, rounding out the month. Starting off the week, rounding out the month. Let's get after it. The market's in the day bearish. We're down by quite a bit. Crude oil up 0.5%. Gold down 0.7%, silver down 1.22%, VIX increasing, fear increasing by more than 3%, hovering at 16. Bitcoin slightly lower, GBTC up 2.3%. Okay, let's take a look at the markets. This is the S&P daily chart, and we have a lot of chop, back and forth, A lot of red candlesticks here. Today we dropped. I am going to put a sell on to a day, but we're at a support level. Okay, so we're at support. I could easily bounce, but at this very moment, I'm going to put a sell here. Now, no, this could bounce up and I'll put a buy. These are just what is predicted to happen going into the near future. Okay, that's it. Got a lot of new subscribers, guys. Welcome. Been doing this since 2004. Nobody has been doing trading videos longer than me. I trade in the active markets on a day-to-day basis. I own an education company. We teach people how to do this to make money. And yeah, I was with Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki, Teach Me to Trade, Option Success, Star Trader. I was with a bunch of companies until I thought, wait a second, I should be doing this myself. Now I own Grok Trade, and you'll see my Grok Trade floating around this page from point to point. But what's interesting here is we have a huge symmetrical triangle. Look at the blue lines. The blue lines, big symmetrical triangle. And then we have a tighter symmetrical triangle with the reds. I just put those in. If I go to a line chart, you'll see how clean these lines are. That is very clean. But look at the moving averages. See these moving averages coming through? These moving averages, we're caught up in them. Watch for a major move. This market is going to do a major movement to the upside or a major movement to the downside. It is going to be a big move. No one knows what direction. However, higher time frames can tell us what might happen. So let's take a look at some of those. Quickly, let's look at the diamonds. Diamonds, I have it a sell and then a buy, and oh boy, I'm going to put a sell here. So this is relative weakness as far as this symmetrical triangle, so we never reach the resistance point. See that? We hit resistance there, hit support here. We failed to hit resistance the third time because that's relative weak. Put a sell here. It shows at least some percentage better chance for this to drop than go higher, but we're at support. So again, anything can happen, but we did close at the day's low. Let's go to the tech stocks. Tech stocks. Over the weekend, I put a sell on it, and today we did go lower by 0.7%, closing below the 20-day moving average, but we're in the middle of this symmetrical triangle. Moving averages acting more as resistance than support. But this is big time area of this thing's ready to rock and roll. The problem is if you look at the trend lines, look at the two big trend lines, this symmetrical triangle is developing at the lower part of this trend. Do you see that? So the apex here of the triangle is at the lower part. It's not in the center of this. We're in the upper part. So that tells me it's more bearish than it is bullish. But again, in the trading markets, anything can happen. And if it can, it will. Russell's 2000, I had a buy on it, but now it's going to be a big fat sell. There's my sell for today. We're dropping. We're below all major moving averages there. This could be the direction the rest of the markets are going to head. I would not want to be long this market right now, guys. It looks quite bearish to me. Let me see what the financials are showing me. I put a sell on that several days ago. We are dropping, but we do have major support here. So we got a lot of support coming up here on financials. So I'll be watching that one quite closely. The dollar, what was interesting is I called it a sell at resistance, but it broke above resistance. Because of that, I'm going to stick with my sell. It's too late. I can't buy it right now. But I'm good with the sell. So we bought around this area and then we sold here. Made a good chunk of change off of that. These are my buys and sells. I'm the only person on the interweb that I think puts their buys and sell calls on here for the public to scrutinize. That's me, D7. I do it. I'm dumb enough to do it. Anyway, crude oil, daily chart, got a buy on. I want to stick with my buy on crude oil. It's building a high base. We did challenge. This area 14 is a big time area where people keep selling. They touch 14 and sold. Touch 14 and sold. Touch 14 and sold. However, I think once it breaks above 14, USO, look for that to rally big time. Gas prices. I had a buy on gold and it just keeps going down. I'm going to stick with my buy for the time being on gold because we're at a lot of support coming across here. 124 is a big area of support. I'm going to stay with, I'm underwater on that one. We'll see. Silver, I have a sell on silver. My sell on silver is just big time doing well. But I'm getting ready to put a buy on silver now. This is a nice area to put a buy on silver, but because the support's so close, I'm going to wait on that because it could bounce higher. VIX, the fear indicator, I got a sell on it, doing down. Let's see what happens there. Bitcoin, for you guys that do Bitcoin, up. It's fine on my buy call. GBTC, have a buy call back here at $11 and it's at 16 now just in a couple weeks, so that's doing very, very well. See, my buys and calls on GBTC has been just smoking hot. Holy smokes. Oh, you guys can't see that. Let me move it over. A lot of people today came in to follow me on TradingView. You can follow me on TradingView. You can find me as D7, S-E-V-E-N. And I think that link's actually in the description on YouTube. So it's there. Okay, let's look at a couple very, very interesting things here, okay? The month has concluded. So I want to go over here. The month has concluded. I have a sell on it, so I'm going to stick with my sell on the spider. The diamonds, have a sell on it. I'll stay with that. But these are nice bull pullbacks with spinning tops, so this could reverse. Okay, know that. And if it does, I'll make a buy. I got a buy call on the NASDAQ. I'm going to stay with that on the monthly Russells. Monthly, I got a buy on it. I'm going to stay with my buy, but it's got a ton of resistance. You can see we can't get past these resistance areas. Every time we try, it gets yanked right back down. I'll stay with my buy for the time being. On that financials, I have a sell on it, but we're at major support, a spinning top. This could bounce off of this support area. Crude oil, I had a sell on it, but because this month is now over, that is going to get a buy because we're busted over a lot of resistance. I mean, 1, 2, 3 levels of resistance. If you call this moving average, another one, 5 for 4 areas. I mean, really, really big move on crude oil. So it now is a buy on the monthly chart, or that was the dollar, not crude oil, dollar. Monthly on crude, I had a buy on this back here around 10 or 11 bucks. Now it's at 13 and change. So my buy call in the monthly's been doing well there. Gold, I got a buy on gold. High base, I'll stay with my buy on monthly. Silver, I have a buy on silver. As long as it can stay above this $15 range, I'll stay with my buy. VIX, starting to look a little bearish. I got a buy on it from back here at 11 and sitting at 16, but it was at 21. 11 to 21 is a big chunk of change in a few months. I'm not ready to put a sell on the monthly yet. Bitcoin monthly, I got a sell on it. Popped up this month, but oh boy, I think, do I want to? I'm not ready to put a buy on that yet. We need to look for a higher high. If we do a higher high, then I will be very interested in doing that. Get rid of some lines there. Okay, I want to show some stocks. We had some movers that took place. Apple, let me get to these. The Dow 30 quickly. Apple comes out Tuesday afternoon for earnings, so you be watching that. Let's look at Apple on the daily chart. So here I got a sell on it. The reason I'm not ready to put a buy on this is because I normally put a buy on it today. I'd put a buy right now. Say, okay, we had a sell, now there's a buy. The reason I'm not is because we have earnings. We have earnings, and anything can happen. The rule of thumb is to not be holding anything over earnings. So I'm not going to put a buy there regardless of what happens. BA down 2%. I got a buy on that one, but I'm going to stay with my buy as long as it stays above this trend line. Any other big movers? Let's see here. GE down. So I have a buy on GE, and it's a high base. Guys, this is giving us an opportunity to buy GE. That's looking pretty good to me. Intel, I got a buy on it. Oh, I don't like that. I'm going to put a sell on Intel because it broke a trend line, but I'm not 100% sure. I got to look at that. No, it didn't break it. It didn't break it. I'm going to take that off. Didn't break it. So I'm going to give it a little bit more chance there. Anything else? Whoa, McDonald's up 6%. I had a buy on that a few days ago. So that buy was at 158. We're at 160, 167 in just a couple days. Had earnings. Very good. Anything else? Microsoft down 2.4. So yesterday I put a sell on Microsoft at resistance, and this is down quite a bit. This is a good call. And that was my dog. I have a dog, a little cockapoo. And my wife's coming home, and that's what you're hearing. Do you like the unprofessionalism? You're getting behind the scenes. Oh, and I just don't want to redo the video, so you're going to hear my dog barking. UTX was down 1.9. Have a sell on that one. I'm good with that sell still. Holy smokes, 4.3 in Verizon. Verizon gets a big fat sell today. So it gets a sell. Anybody else? Okay, but look at these were so interesting. Oh, man. Any dog lovers out there? What kind of dog do you have? I'm going to ask that question. I have a cockapoo, foo-foo dog, because I have more girls in my family than boys. I'm the only guy. I got outvoted. And anyway, I want to take a look at some tech stocks. Grok tech stocks. Let's do that. And if we go Grok tech stocks here, you'll see Apple we already looked at. Baba. Oh, you guys that came in letting me know that was Priceline. Of course, Priceline 1.7. I had a buy on that one, and boom. So the buy was at 2,075. We are at almost 2,200. Very good. Any other? GoPro up 3.7%. Are you kidding me? I have a sell on it. I'm going to put a buy on GoPro. GoPro now is a buy. It's a little risky as far as I'm concerned. But if it stays above this line, it's got a lot of support. So that's why I'm going to do that. I wish I had more volume. I'm not seeing it. That was a risky play, especially at resistance. Do I want to do that? I'm going to put it there. There it is. Anybody else? Oh, man, Microsoft down 2.4. We already talked about that one. Whoa, Shopify up 5.5%. I had a buy on that one back here at 120. I was underwater on it a little bit. Now we're at 133, almost 134. Boom, baby. That called Twitter 4.5 up. So I have a sell on it. I stayed with my sell. If it pops this, Twitter might be a buy, guys. If it pops over this, be ready to buy Twitter. Monologue time. Monologue. Hey, this is what I want to know. If you don't have a dog, what pet do you have? Do you have a cat, iguana? We used to. I grew up. I had an interesting family, and we had an iguana, we had a boa constrictor, we had a monkey, and we had this monkey used to take my toys and run up the curtain. I hated that monkey, and that monkey hated me. But we had a cherry tree out back, and that cherry tree that monkey, we let it out back, almost like you'd let a dog or a cat out in the backyard. Craziest thing now that I think about it nowadays. We let our monkey out, and the monkey would go out and hang out in the cherry tree for a while and eat, but he ate too many of those cherries and died on the pits. Those pits got down in him apparently, and that killed him. I'm not laughing at that. That's sad, but you know, he did take a lot of my toys. So we rescued a raccoon once, of all things. Anyway, we had a raccoon. What type of odd animals do you have? What type of dog do you have? If you have a dog, put it down in your comments. But trading, listen, trading is a game that should be treated as a business and not as gambling, because gamblers lose money. Listen, I have an office in Vegas. Matter of fact, we have a mentorship coming up in Vegas in June, and you certainly, if you can take 3 days out to go through training in June, the friends that you'll make there, and you'll be part of our ecosystem at Grok Trade. We'll put a link on Grok Trade on the main page soon, probably in the next couple of days, but be checking for it. It's a great time. We all get to know each other. You're part of our system. You're part of our group, and we all kind of nurture one another, and we develop together. So it's professional traders helping for professional traders who are not yet a professional trader, getting you geared up to become that. But what's interesting is I don't gamble there. The reason I don't gamble is because I know the odds are stacked against me there in Vegas. But I'll see a lot of people go into Vegas and drop a lot of money, and they don't build those huge resorts out there in the middle of the desert because people win. They do it off the backs of people. They come in looking for big hopes, and people look for big hopes in trading, and it's not that easy. You're not going to spin the wheel and become a gazillionaire. Trading is a game of mitigating or minimizing attrition. Your dollars or your employees, they have to be making you money, not losing you money. So the idea is to have rule sets in place so you make money at trading. And you got to be nimble. But how do you know that? How do you trade? A lot of things. I throw up a couple trend lines here, but you don't know everything that goes behind the mechanics of how to make money in the markets. One question I like to ask is, if you looked at your own account, okay, your account, you pull up your account, go back 1 year, go back 1 month, whatever, go back a week. Look at that and chart it. Find a chart and say, would you be a savvier trader going long your account or going short your account? Would you have made more money shorting your account in the last 5 years? Or would you have made more money going long your account the last 5 years, or 1 year, or 1 month, 1 week? That's for you. So the bright individuals will say, I need to make a change. And one thing I like to look at, oh man, let me try something. I have not done this before. I'm going to try it right here on my, why as well. Okay. So if you're doing this down, okay, so you're in a downtrend, you're heading down. Now, I know that that's a falling wedge, which is more bullish than is bearish, but here's the thing. If this is somebody's account going down, it will continue to go in that direction. Things in motion tend to stay in motion, especially when there's not some sort of mass or something to change at. The question is, will there be an event that takes place here to change that? Now, I think the event, and it's not that I think, we've mentored over 2,500 people, so we know that the event is if you have the requisite information, you have the right coaching to help you develop in that right information, and you have the discipline and the emotional resolve to be a trader, you could be rock solid. Something cool that I put together, I did it myself because it's a bunch of information that we found after we become an aggregate of all this data we found out what makes great traders. And this is what we found out. Let me show it to you. If you go to Grok Trade, go to the Grok Trade, but then you have to click on Trading Mentors. When you click on this, okay, do yourself a favor, read the text, but click the link. You may not qualify. When you click that, it's going to send you through, I'll show you the first one. It's going to send you through 4 questions. Question number 1, are you in full agreement with the following? This has to do with coachability. This is what we found. People who do the best with us, who do very, very well in their trading, they're open to exploring ideas. And I can go on and on and on. So the question is, do you agree with this in full? You know, no or somewhat or yes. And there's 4 questions. And they get more difficult to answer as you go down the path. But that kind of tells you, that will tell you, even just if you want to know yourself, certainly go there and whatever feedback you get, read that feedback. And I think it'll be helpful to you for a lot of you guys in your trading. I think you'll find that helpful. We do have 3 days coming up, and in May, those are going to be online. So from the comfort of your own home, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, you'll be able to learn from the mentors of Grok Trade. And we have Mark the Meerkat that teaches, and I'm telling you, he is a killer trader. You should see his 2016 numbers and his 2017 numbers, and now what he's working on his 2018 numbers on his day trading. That he runs a day trading chat room with us, for us, and it's just amazing the results that we're seeing, and you can learn that for yourself. But anyway, holy smokes, a 22-minute video, and you guys are still with me. If you're still with me, let me know. You guys are awesome. Take care. We'll catch you guys later. Bye.